Colwood Public Works is geared up for winter, but we need your help. We need to, as a community, we need to clear the roads, clear the sidewalks, keep goods and supplies moving, and keep everybody safe. During a snow event, the Public Works yard is our center of operations. And behind me here, we have our salt bays, where we can keep up to 250 tons of salt at any time. A large part of winter maintenance in Colwood involves prevention and ice control. Because we do get a number of times throughout the year when the temperature dips close to zero and we have to put out brine. And we do this usually as a preventative measure because it's good for 5 days on the road. And so brine is 23.3% salt and the rest water, which makes it effective because it's 25% of the cost of putting straight salt on the road. So we do it as an efficiency and because it lasts longer than salt too. So we have our specially equipped brine truck for doing that, which is great. It can do the whole city in approximately 4 tanks of brine. Brine stays on the road for 5 days. So a lot of times, even though we may have a snow and ice event later in the week, we might be getting it out early just to make sure that we can visit every corner of Colwood and make it safe for residents. Now, during a snow and ice event, we have a very priority-based system in order to keep the essentials moving. So main roads, bus routes, those arterial sections, school zones, and then we move on to a lot of the hills throughout the different routes. So if it's a large snowstorm and we're getting a high volume, we might not make it out to those side roads during the first little bit. It might take a little bit of time to get there, but that's because we're trying to keep the buses moving, keep the arterials moving, fire, ambulance, that sort of thing. During a snowfall, it's really helpful for us if residents try to park as much as possible in their driveways. The more vehicles we have on the roadways means that it's going to get clogged and it's going to be difficult for our trucks to get through. So our trucks are the width of a full-size gravel truck, but then a lot of them have a belly plow beneath them. That belly plow sticks out an extra foot or so each side, and so making it even harder to navigate these small roads. And so we like to try and remind people to just keep the hills clear, avoid parking on the streets, and just make it easier and safer for our operators. What I love most about working at Public Works, it's the snow fights. It's those snowfalls. It's all about the camaraderie between the operators. And I think that's one of the key parts of Public Works is that we are a team, and the snow response underpins that. Responding to a snowfall is a community event. Beyond just the acts of Public Works and the acts of the residents clearing their frontages, what we ask is that if you can help out your neighbors, if you can help out those around you, and help everybody get through the snowstorm, that's what we all need.